hold while I wait to go live on YouTube. We are live now on YouTube and Facebook both. Brilliant. The magic of technology. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful evening and had a good weekend. I have been posting a lot of content. Well, I haven't been that active in a while. Well, I've been writing content, but I haven't really done anything on my YouTube or social media in a while. But what I wanted to talk about today, this evening, is something called burnout. And what it is, what are the causes of it, what are the causes and effects of it, how can you identify if you have burnout, what do you do to overcome burnout, what do you do if you're in a relationship or in a marriage with someone who is going through a phase of burnout. So these are all things that we're going to cover. If you don't mind if I just have a look at my cards for a second. I've just finished researching about this. So first of all, what is burnout? So burnout is a state of mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion. Simply, it's the result of working too much, too hard, or putting yourself in a situation or in an environment that is stressful. So that's what burnout is. And you feel overwhelmed, you feel emotionally drained. Now, what are signs of burnout? Well, again, like I said, you feel that you emotionally you distance yourself from your surroundings, from your environment. You may avoid work, you may avoid people, you might avoid your family and friends. So you're avoiding contact with anything that causes you to feel stressed. Or specifically, if work is causing you, hi Pfizer, long time, thanks for watching. If work is causing you to feel as a result of stress, if you're feeling burnt out, then you will avoid going to work. If you're avoiding if as a result of a certain toxic individual, you feel so stressed out, then you will avoid that person. So that's one symptom, one sign. Another sign, you begin to feel numb. You no longer enjoy your work, and you no longer enjoy the things that you used to enjoy. You don't enjoy life. Physical signs: headaches, stomach aches, emotional fatigue. You feel drained. You're not able to cope. Now, next, the effects of burnout. So this is excessive stress, fatigue. It can also result in heart disease, high blood pressure. It can even cause death before 45. So how do you overcome? How do you bounce back from burnout? It is possible. I know people that have done it. So you take time off. Take a holiday. If it's work that is stressing you out and causing you to feel burnt out, you take time off work. If it's a certain person, you take time away from that person. So you remove yourself from that environment or that object or that person who is causing you, or that situation which is causing you to feel burnt out. If it's work, you can take a break, take a sabbatical, take time off, use your sick days, use up your annual leave. So we all need to recharge our batteries, and this is what I messaged earlier in the intro to this, when I said that maybe Corona has come at the right time. Now, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that I'm glad it's happened. I know it's been awful. It's a testing time for us all. It's resulted in a lot of deaths around the world. But, however, if you look at it this way, this has given us a much needed break. It's one of the signs of burnout. Like I said earlier, if you're working too hard, long hours, stressful. So being at home, not being able to not being at work as many hours, and being able to actually focus on the three core areas that are important: your mental, physical, and emotional health and well-being. So not being at work, not being stressed out at work, and not working long hours has given us the opportunity to focus on these three things and reconnect with ourselves, recharge our batteries. What's next? Right. So how do you deal with, what do you say to someone who is facing burnout, going through burnout? So you ask them how they're feeling. Ask them to describe how they're feeling and listen to them. Listen to them and reassure them that everything will be fine. Don't judge. We're not here to judge them, but we're here to reassure them and to reassure them that we're there to help and we're there to support them. Signs again. Signs. Some more signs of burnout. Chronic fatigue, lack of energy, constantly tired, loss of appetite, lack of desire to do anything or see anyone, insomnia, anxiety, and depression. We've all been there. So what signs do you look out for if you are there any signs that you can spot? Yes, there are. You begin to be very cynicism. You feel as if the whole world is against you or fighting against you. You feel that you're not valued, or your work is not valued, or you are not valued as a person. Next, ways to bounce back from burnout. Hi, Emery. Ways to bounce back from burnout. There are 10 ways. We've got meditation. That's something that I do and a lot of people do. And research has actually shown that the effects of meditation, I think there was a study done in 2013, published in the Social, Cognitive and Effective Neuroscience Meditation, that it's a journal, shows that meditation reduced anxiety by as much as 37%. 37%. Those who meditated were less likely to suffer from stress and anxiety. What else can you do? Communicate. Communicate with your friend, communicate with your family. You get it. If you're an introvert, it might be a lot harder for you to communicate with your family and friends. But get used to. You need to talk to somebody. I've not had that problem. I don't lack. I'm an extrovert, so I've never really had that problem. In fact, I'm probably the opposite. So definitely communicate with friends and family. Have a support network that people you can trust and whose opinion you value. What else? Write. You can write a journal. So just give me 1 second. That's better. More light. Right. Journaling. Now, journaling is an amazing and powerful tool. It's something that I do a lot. I absolutely love it. I could do a separate webinar on the reasons why you should journal and the reasons why I do it. It's amazing. It's therapeutic for me. It's therapeutic. It's a form of therapy. I enjoy it. And I look back at it and I think, wow, I've actually, I can think back to a time when I felt stressed out. I can think back to a time when I felt, anxious. Believe it or not, I also feel anxious and stressed. I'm also human. So yeah, last week I went through a phase of a couple of days where I felt a little bit anxious and stressed out because of the whole COVID and coronavirus, and because I'm a very kind of social, outgoing person, love going out, love being in the outdoors, I love hiking, and the fact that I was at home, locked up at home, like as the song goes, locked up. But yeah, and for me, that was difficult. And and also, if you also add on to the fact that I also received a letter from the NHS, I think the health Department of Health, saying that I came under the category of high risk, which I don't think I do. But that also kind of, worried me out a little bit. But it's one of those things that I always manage to snap out of it. It doesn't normally last very long. So yes, journaling is amazing. Journaling is a wonderful way you can to write down how you're feeling, and once you've written it down, you feel it. You feel a lot lighter, and you feel that problem, whatever it is that was bothering you, isn't actually worth worrying about, really. And you can actually turn it into a positive. And I also love to journal good things good things that I'm happy about, things I'm grateful for, because that's also something that I regularly do, is practicing gratitude. One of the other things which can help you bounce back from burnout is gratitude. Swimming and exercise. Exercise is amazing. It again, the studies show it reduces anxiety and depression. Playing sports, again, studies have shown that it reduces your anxiety and stress. Although I'm not sure if you're a professional sportsman and if you're losing, how that would work. You'd probably be more. It would probably without in more anger or more frustration. But yes, sport definitely, exercise or any kind of sport helps. What else? Power down. Power down means switch off from the outside world. Switch off all your devices, everything, and just be in the moment, and just be comfortable yourself, be in your own skin. And I think the first thing that we look at in the morning when we wake up is our Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp, and the wonderful story that I can share with you. One of the best weekends that I had, like I said to you, I love hiking. One of the best weekends that I had when I went to Snowdonia. And I think when we first got there, it's a remote place in Wales. Now, one of the things that I realized when we got there, as we're reaching there, oh my goodness, there's no Wi-Fi. What am I going to do? Like, I need Facebook, I need WhatsApp, I need my Instagram. What am I going to do without Wi-Fi? How am I? So that was my initial thoughts. I'm like, oh my God, how am I even going to survive the weekend? But I'm still here. I survived it. And in fact, not only did I survive that weekend, it was probably one of the best weekends that I've had. That escape from social media, that escape from this the fake the fake story. Well, not fake, but kind of the should I say materialistic world of social media and Instagram, where everyone puts a smiley face on, even though they're not always happy, but just to show that they're happy, or But yeah, so it was probably one of the best weekends I've had, was hiking in Snowdonia, the beautiful, beautiful part of Wales. And it was yes, although I didn't quite make it to the top because of bad weather, but I'd love to go back. But yes, like I was saying, power down, detox, laughter. Laughter is as they say, it's the best medicine. It's the best form of remedy. Um, yeah, I think I think as you grow older, we kind of forget. We don't forget how to laugh, but we lose that childish sense of fun and laughter, which is why I love being around young people so much. I love being around kids, my nephews and nieces, and young people. They really kind of inspire me and remind me of how it felt to be young. And laughter is great. It's a great remedy. Watch comedy. Watch some funny parodies, anything like that. Right. What else? There are essential oils and vitamins that you can use that will help you. For those who are just tuning in, we're talking about burnout. You can watch this later, by the way. So yes, so oils and vitamins that you can use that will help you overcome stress, that will help you overcome insomnia. I used to have a lot of hair loss and dry skin, but since I started taking cod liver oils and vitamin A, vitamin E's, that's really helped. And having a glass of warm water in the morning with lemon, no honey, no sugar, warm water with lemon. Again, it's not on that list, but cut your carbs and cut your sugar. Eat healthy. And I think that's practice gratitude. It's so important, because the more you practice gratitude and the more you meditate, the more you pray, the less likely you are to feel stressed, to feel anxious, because you're constantly reminding yourself, and that reminder is actually training your brain. And at first it might seem difficult, it might seem like a challenge, think of even one or two things, but if you start doing it for a while, practice makes perfect, and soon, in a matter of weeks, your brain will automatically look for reasons to be happy, look for reasons to be positive. Finally, I just want to end on this. What do you do if you are in a relationship with somebody who is going through burnout? What do you do? How do you deal with it? How do you talk to them? One thing you don't do is leave them. You do not leave them, even though that person may, in that phase of because they're in that state of stress and burnout, they may even try and push you away. But do not walk away from them. That's the last thing that you want to do. Support them. Of course, have a balance. Give them space, but support them as well, and support them. Reassure them that you're there for them, to talk to them if they need to talk, if they wish to talk. Don't force them to talk, because somebody will, when that person's comfortable talking. And again, people vary in terms. Not everyone is comfortable talking about their emotional issues or their problems, and so not everyone will be comfortable sharing that. And maybe sometimes people may not be comfortable, but doesn't mean that they won't tell you. It maybe somewhere further down the line they might share their fears and concerns with you. So, top tip: do not abandon someone who is going through a phase of burnout. One of the worst things that you can do. And I do get the fact that it might cause the other person stress and anxiety. I understand that, but at the same time, be there for them. And I just want to end on that. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and you can watch back on this on my YouTube and Facebook. And I'm also going to upload on my Facebook I'm going to upload some links and articles for people who are going through burnout. Now, there is help out there, and although burnout is not recognized as a condition, um, some of the results of burnout can be depression, anxiety, stress, having a nervous breakdown. And these things you can talk to your GP about, you can talk to your doctor about, or you can talk to your friends, family about, and there is treatment for that. So something else, of course, just make sure you get good sleep, really good sleep, because it's amazing the amount of difference a good night's sleep makes. Anyway, I'm off to sleep. Not quite yet, but soon. Have a wonderful evening, and thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.